So this is my attempt at taking a leak and fixing it. I already started measuring the leak and we're going to check out what's happening in 20 minutes. So it's been about 20 minutes and now we're going to measure how much water. It's actually quite a bit for how much time I've been letting it sit here. I don't have a measuring cup because my roommates broke it, so we're gonna use this. So when I initially poured it into here, I was going to use the sides to help me measure and give me ounces. However, it didn't give me an accurate reading, or at least not close enough that I'd like, so I took a teaspoon. We don't have any tablespoons, again my roommates lose everything, and I measured it out and poured it back into here, and there were about 16 teaspoons of water that were leaked in 20 minutes.
It was just a little too loose.
So right now we are just checking which side of the faucet is leaking, and we're doing that by turning the valves on the bottom. So now we're gonna check the right side.
Let's wipe this off. Okay. So it looks like the left side was leaking because it stopped leaking.
That's it? It was just loose?
Well, no, this is completely off.
Oh.
But I'm saying
So we figured out that the left handle was leaking because when we turned off the right, or we turned up the left, it stopped leaking. So we're gonna attempt to fix that right now. So we're gonna go ahead and attempt to remove part of the handle to see if that's what's leaking. Because we don't think it's leaking from the bottom because we tried tightening all the stuff and machinery down here and it's still leaking. So this is what we're gonna attempt to do next. So right now we just unscrewed the handle and there's actually a lot of rust on it, so we're trying to take all that off because that was a pain. We're gonna try retightening it. We hope it's not anything that we have to replace. But okay, so the reason that we know it is coming from the handle for sure this time is that when pressure isn't applied to the handle, the leaking still happens. But if you tighten it, there's no more leaking. Well, after that one falls. Okay, so we know that the leaking's coming from the handle because right now it's leaking, but when pressure is applied, let me clear that off, no leaking occurs. No further leaking. Right now we are attempting to tighten, I believe it's called an aerator, and we're gonna see if that helps because we don't really want to buy any supplies to fix this. We ended up tightening this little part right here, this whole thing, and now we're gonna empty the excess water that's in here. We don't have the right tools, but. So we just took this part off and now we're gonna empty out the water that's trapped in there. So we just attempted tightening the left handle and the inside white piece that was in there. I think it's only a temporary fix because tightening it I think is gonna work, but eventually it's gonna have to be replaced because I don't know the last time the apartments have change that handle, and they probably haven't ever. So we're gonna turn it back on. Currently there's no leaks. It seems fine. We're gonna turn it back off. Check for leaks. There's a drop there, but I think it was just the water that collected from it being there or being on previously. So let's wipe it off. And there's no leaks. So I took a leak and I fixed it. So right now I'm just going over the conversions that were mentioned earlier. So I measured that there were 16 teaspoons that were leaked every 20 minutes. So if you times that by 3 to get 60 minutes in an hour, you get 48 teaspoons every hour, and then you times that by 24 hours in a day, and you get 1,152 teaspoons. And if you convert this to cups, it's about 24 cups in a day, and 24 cups in a day equals 1.5 gallons a day, which is a lot.